In this unit, we have to check out some vocabulary, grammar. Talking about vocabulary, we're gonna talk about an apartment vocabulary, house vocabulary. Okay, and we're gonna start with vocabulary, and there are some grammar also, but today we're gonna talk about vocabulary, especially. If we remember a little bit about house vocabulary, we have different parts, right, in a house. If we talk about, for example, the apartment, an apartment, we say in American English, right? And in British English, usually they say a flat. An apartment and a flat is a bit interesting vocabulary, but well, that's gonna be our topic today, and especially about vocabulary. We have some games also to play or to learn more about that vocabulary. And also, of course, some basic stuffs in the house. You can you can remember. For example, the in a house we can have different parts of a house, right? Like the kitchen, the living room, the bathroom, um, the backyard. We say, right? Or only the yard and patio, right? So, of course, there are some items in a house. The items of a house can be like the furniture, right? When we talk about furniture, we can say, especially furniture of, let's say, just we can describe one room, like your bedroom, for example. There will be the bed, the closet or the wardrobe. So, sorry, usually those kind of things. And so, okay, in a moment I'll be able to share this one. Okay. So my computer is a bit slow. I don't know why. But anyway, let me share my screen right now. We're gonna see what we're gonna do at this unit. Okay. According to the where's this? Just a moment, please. There we go. I think I have a lot of things open. I have to close some of them in order to not to make very heavy to my computer. Okay, this is there we go. So, according to our platform of Pearson, this is the second unit, by the way, and we have these topics, but this is a better place. We're gonna talk about places in a house. Of course, we can talk about also the neighborhood, about the listening. We're gonna have some activities also in speaking. Okay, but in vocabulary, we're gonna talk about renting an apartment, sorry, and in grammar, we're gonna talk about comparative adjectives, right? Different kind of comparatives, comparative nouns, right? And then, of course, we're gonna move on to the superlatives, but now only comparatives. So those are basically the one that we're gonna. I don't know what happens with my camera is a bit crazy. Okay, just a moment. Having having some problems with this, with my presentation, but I'm gonna open another one to have not to have that kind of those kind of problems. Yeah, I think now it's much better. Okay, and there are some interesting things that in a house or in an apartment, for example, in a building, we say, how do we say ascensor in English? Do you remember? And so, how do you say ascensor?
Elevator.
Elevator, right? But in British English, they say lift. And yeah, especially when I'm working with tourists in a cable car. In the cable car, I used to say, "Okay, guys, let's take the lift. Let's." And I used to repeat in some words in American English in order to be understood by everybody, because some people cannot understand what I say because it's a bit different for them, probably, right? Because you know, but most of the people now understand those kind of things. Okay, yeah, let's check it out. This one. Let me show now. I'm ready. Yeah, there are some differences, but of course, it's very common. Even Australian people speak a little bit different from Australia. They have some certain vocabularies that are a little bit different. But anyway, let's start now. Um, in order to talk about the vocabulary, renting an apartment, right? It's okay. We're gonna also, of course, we're gonna play some game. Let's start with this. For example, when we talk about, we can say, how do we say this block? How do we call the entire block? We can say the entire house. We can say a building, right?
Building.
Yes, building. And
Building.
probably, how do we call this? The next one, the one that is on the left side. The one that is on the left side can be a house, right?
Okay. House.
Yes, a house. And different floors, right? Okay, let me write here. I think it's interesting to check out this in order to remember some vocabulary about house. We can say this is, okay, let's say this is a house, right? I'm sorry. House, and then we have a building, right? And of course, there we have an apartment, and but usually we say, if I do something here, for example, this and this and this, and let me write something here. This can be first for the second floor, right? Second floor. I'm sorry, second floor, and this is the first floor, right? First floor. But how do we call this one? The first one in English. Do you remember maybe? This floor.
Hall? I know.
Not really. We say the ground floor. Okay. Ground floor. Okay, and then we have either some people call this the basement, but the basement is underground, the ground floor. Yes, this is the ground floor. And also it is sometimes known as the basement. Basement. Okay. And sometimes we have el sótano, right? That's a little bit different. It can be like underground floor, underground, right? There are different names, but let's call this underground floor over here. If there is one more, right? But inside, we can call it underground floor. I cannot say a floor, but anyway, let's call like that. But there are some interesting things that we can also call about this. For example, how do we call el techo? Do you remember? In English, maybe?
No, teacher.
We say the roof. Okay, the roof. Yes, the roof. And there are many things that we can call, right? Gradas, we can say steps. Steps, okay? Or sometimes we call stairs. Stairs, right? But, or scales also. Scales like, okay, but anyway, no, not scales, stairs or steps. That's why when somebody is here, let's say one person is standing there, you can say, when is the office number 3? Let's say office number 3 is in this floor, and somebody is asking about that, and you can say, okay, let's say you are here, and somebody is asking, where's the office number 3? And you can say the office number 3 is here, and you say, the office number 3 is downstairs, right? Or maybe the office number 3 is upstairs, and you can say, those are some basic vocabulary also in English. This one, right? Upstairs are subiendo las gradas, ¿no? Bajando las gradas are downstairs. Downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. Okay, basically this is gonna be upstairs. Oh, come on. Upstairs and downstairs. Okay, and yeah, I can explain more and more, right? We have the door, we have the window, some windows. There are some windows. Now I cannot say garage, right? But let's say this house is next to the building or something like that. Okay, but let's continue. I don't know if you have any questions, maybe some about vocabulary, especially about the house. What do you say, Enzo? I'm sorry, I was with my camera, but I think my camera is not working. Okay. What else can you? I don't know. Maybe you have any questions about that. We're gonna continue, of course.
Um,
Comments about a house vocabulary. Oh,
no, teacher.
okay. Oops. Ah, yes. I think now it's working. I don't know if it's working properly. Oh no, come on. It's not. No, this is this one. Yep. Yeah. This is working better, I think. the other one, I don't know. So let's continue, please, with the next slide. Oh, well, sorry. And let me do something then. If I have that, I will erase this one. Just a moment, please. Yep. Let's now check out with this. So, a house, right? An apartment. What kind of home do you live in? Do you live in a house, in an apartment? What do you, what
Um, I live in a house.
in a house? Okay, I think it's much better, right? Usually in Bolivia, we live in houses, right? Some people live in apartments, of course, but I think, in my opinion, it's much better to live in a house because your privacy, you have, it's different, right? To live in an apartment because you live with different people and okay. But in the house we have this one, right? Right, a living room. In a living room, we could have some, for example, uh, over here. Let me write something here. In a house, in a living room, we could have furniture, right? Furnitures. And talking about how furnitures, they can be, I don't know, a TV, a sofa, right? We have, that's interesting also. Uh, and a coach. A coach is like this. No, it's like this. Yes, coach is sofa, but in British English and Australian English, it's a bit different. But an armchair, right, is part of the living room. An armchair. Where is the what's the armchair? The one that you use to sit is individual, right? You put your hands to rest. And also we can talk about an armchair, a coffee table, right? A small table, and also a rack. What is a rack? Alfombra, no? But it's interesting to talk about a rack. When we say a rack, it means it's small. It's smaller. When alfombra in Spanish, right, is bigger, we say a carpet. But a rack usually is small. Okay. So anyway, in a living room, we could have a lot of things. And let's continue. Um, it's very small, sorry. We have a bedroom, right? In a bedroom, we're gonna have, for example, that's a big mirror. Some girls will have a dresser, right? We call a dresser because they use their makeups, I don't know, things like that. And of course, this is a door, I think, but probably it's possible to find out a closet or a wardrobe, a bed, of course, lamps, right? Some things like that. This is a kitchen, of course. In a kitchen, we're gonna find out some stuff there like chairs, a table, a sink, faucet, a cabinet, the stove, right? There are many things like you mentioned also. We can remember, for example, let's just mention some, not too much because I will spend all the time only talking of describing something, but let's do For example, in a bedroom, of course, you're gonna have a. You can ask me also what things do we have there. For example, we have a bed, right? Probably a bed, but a bed will have the cough. It could have the blanket, right? A blanket. And yeah, but in a bedroom will be a closet. Probably for girls can be like a dresser. Dresser is they dress their hair, right? With a makeup or something like that. And we have in a bedroom, what else? In a bedroom, we can have many things. I like, of course, sometimes lamps, right? A lamp can be a lamp. Okay. And how about a kitchen? In a kitchen, also we're gonna have interesting things. In a kitchen, of course, we have a shelf. A shelf. Oh, sorry. A shelf is where you put your plates, glasses, right? Mm, Flattery. Okay, like the forks, the spoons, and the knife, right? But anyway, there are some things that we can talk over here. Um, in a kitchen, of course, it will be the stove, right? A stove. The stove is la cocina. And after that, we could have an oven, un horno, right? An oven and a sink. Right? A sink is the place where you wash your hands, or you can use, say, also a dishwasher, lavaplatos, a dishwasher, of course, a plattery. But hay muchas cosas más. We can mention many things like, I don't know, a pot, una olla. Flattery are flattery or flatteries. I'm sorry. They are especially three things that are common to mention. For example, a fork, right? Tenedor, a knife, and a spoon, right? Sorry, spoon, etc., etc. Those kind of things. And then we have a kettle, caldera, microwave, okay, etc., etc. I want. Okay, some vocabulary, I think, because we are in vocabulary and we are trying to practice things about vocabulary. So then we will have a bathroom, right? Then after the bathroom, of course, we're gonna have something. A laundry room, right? You have the washing machine. We can have a soap, right, to clean your or to wash your clothes and something like that. Then we have a study room, right? In a study room, we're gonna have your books, a desk, a computer, bookshelf, maybe a plant, a poster, okay, something like that. And a dining room where the place where you eat, you have some lunch or dinner, right? What do you think do we have in a dining room? Maybe if you can remember some things, Enzo.
Table,
Mm-hmm.
chair,
Great.
um,
What else? A chair. Mm, Yeah, even there is a rag, I think. I don't know. But the most common ones, right? In a room. Maybe glasses, right? Or cups and glasses, right? And there are other things as well. But what about the next one? We have the balcony, right? Some people, okay, usually when we can dry our clothes, hang our clothes to be to dry them. How many rooms do you house in your home? What are they? Can you mention some of them, Enzo?
Mm, no, teacher.
No, but the question was, ¿cuántos cuartos de estos tienes en tu casa, por ejemplo?
Ah, tengo, ah, sería, a ver, two living rooms,
Ujú.
one kitchen, a kitchen, uh, a bathroom,
Okay.
um, patio, background. No, no. Okay.
Yeah, also we say background. That's very interesting, by the way, Enzo. When we say background, right? Um, backyard, sorry, not background.
Backyard.
Backyard, right? The backyard is el patio trasero, right? Why do we say that in American English? Because usually there are some buildings, right? Generalmente ellos no tienen un patio grande, ¿no? Simplemente la casa está en el medio, porque por norma los edificios no se deberían construir ocupando todo el terreno, ¿no? Porque eso es peligroso. Cuando tengas que, por ejemplo, ¿cómo se llama esto? Cuando tienes que dejar de desplomar el edificio. I don't remember that word in English. Because the building is not going to be forever, right? No va a ser para siempre. En algún momento lo vas a tener que demoler, ¿no? You have to demolish the building, of course, and you have to have a space. That's why I don't know if you noticed in Miraflores, there are some buildings that it doesn't it's not built. Okay, the building is not it doesn't have the full space. It doesn't use the full space of the land of the lot, right? That's the reason. But if you go to El Alto, there are very big buildings, but they don't have a space, right? So de eso viene el backyard, ¿no? Es cortito, ¿no es cierto? En Estados Unidos las casas están en el medio y alrededor está el patio, ¿no? Justamente con esos propósitos, para desplomar, volver a construir momentos. But in El Alto, not really, right? Even in La Paz, some houses do not respect that, no respetan esa. Si hay un incendio, afecta obviamente directamente al vecino, ¿no? Okay. But also we can say yard, right? Simplemente yard. And let's continue. Okay, good. You have what else maybe we can mention? Okay, can you describe some items that you have in your living room? Maybe from here or some other words. And what things do you have?
I have a TV,
Ah,
a
okay.
desk, a desk. Um, the table,
Mhm.
um, a bed,
Sure.
a chair,
Mhm.
um, a dresser,
Mhm.
uh, eso, no,
Okay. Yeah, those things, right? But anyway, it's vocabulary. This is something about vocabulary. Let's continue with the next one now. Okay. For example, we have an elevator, the basement, the ground. Ah, okay. Yeah, this is the basement is underground. Yeah, the ground floor, right? Then we have yes, the basement is el sótano, ¿no? The ground floor is yes, piso, okay, piso de abajo and the second floor. Anyway, but we say sometimes first floor, second floor. Anyway, over here is like second floor. Usually we say first, primer piso, no? Segundo piso, something like that. But anyway, what? Okay, maybe in a university or what floor is your was your classroom or maybe is your classroom now? But you have finished, right? Your studies and so.
yes,
What floor was your classroom? Uh,
pues, my
usually,
classroom is my living room.
yeah, of course, but no, in the past when you were studying at the university,
University
usually
was my
means
classroom is in the second floor.
okay, sometimes on a different floor, right?
Yes, sometimes in the fourth floor and 11th floor.
Ah, okay. Wow, very big building.
Yes, on sometimes my classroom is um, in a hospital.
Oh, really? That's like you did used to do the internal job.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah, good. And are you working maybe now and so?
no,
But I think you did your practices, right? At the hospital, in a hospital maybe.
yes, I
Where?
last year my practice is last year. Yeah,
Ah, where was that?
um, General Hospital,
Ah, general.
Teleclínica.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tele-
Wow. Maybe you met to Dr. Humberto Caspa. Oh no, Hernan Caspa. Sorry.
no, I don't.
He works in the emergency.
No, no, no.
Okay. Yeah, he's my cousin.
Ah,
Yeah. But yeah, I thought you met him, but Yeah, because it's big, right? The hospital is very big.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Okay, and let's continue. Talking about the neighborhood, there is like the bus station. Oh, sorry, the also no bus stop, right? Bus station is a bit different. A subway station. We don't have a station in La Paz, right? Instead of subway station, we have maybe a cable car station. Okay, a park, a convenience store. Okay. Hmm. Do you live in a neighborhood which is very convenient for your daily life, or no? Or maybe you are thinking to move to a different neighborhood.
Um, Neighborhood is
El,
vecino, ¿no?
el barrio,
Barrio.
vecindad. But in this case, it's like el barrio, right?
Yes, my neighborhood is Barrio Lindo.
Ah, nice. I didn't hear about that. Is where is that? Is close to some common neighborhood or known? Where is that? Barrio Lindo. Is it in Miraflores?
And now it's uh, uh, for por el Faro Murillo. Sí.
Ah, yeah, yeah, Faro Murillo. Ah, okay, okay. Nice. And then do you use the purple cable car, purple line, teleférico
Mm,
lila?
sí, yes, yes.
Ah, great.
I usually take
Cable
¿cómo
car.
le dijo?
It's a cable car, right? Let me write here. A ver, vamos a escribir esas cositas interesantes. Okay. Yeah, of course. The cable car, right? We say the cable. In La Paz, we have cable cars, right? But you take the purple cable car, right? The purple cable car. Oh, sorry. Yeah, good. My son is. I have a little boy, and he's studying in Faro Murillo School. My little boy. I have a little boy who's 6 years old. Okay, nice. Well, what else? ¿Qué más tenemos? Por ejemplo, ¿qué podemos describir acá? Eh, oh no, I was thinking to write something here about neighborhood. What do we have? ¿Qué cosas habrá en un barrio? No. Okay, probably I'm gonna write some other things. Probably we can find out in a neighborhood. For example, usually there are some stores, right? Stores. It is possible to find, okay, a drugstore, right? A drugstore. And what else? By the way, this is interesting. In British English, we don't say a drugstore. It is a pharmacy. Pharmacy. But in American English is a drugstore. And what else? It's possible to find maybe a gas station, usually right in some neighborhoods. A gas station. it is possible to find a restaurant, right? What else? Can you mention something? Maybe something else, Enzo? A school, right? A school, sometimes a hospital or a clinic. Mm, hospital sometimes can be a clinic. In a neighborhood, can it's possible to find, for example, a car service, mechanics maybe, a mechanic workshop can be. There is in Faro Murillo is a police station, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and a big street market, right? But especially in El Alto, a street market. And is it possible to find a supermarket? Yes, in the station, right? In the cable car station. Or maybe it's a mini market. I don't know, but I think it's a supermarket. What else? ¿Cómo se dirá tea? Torch, right? And if somebody asks you about Faro Murillo, you can say Murillo's torch, la tea de Murillo, or something like that, right? Or you can say the tower of a torch, la torre de la tea or de la antorcha, right? Okay. But many things, of course, in a even in a neighborhood is possible to find a bus stop or like that, but a bus station, parking, right? Parking service, even a taxi stop can be possible. But anyway, more things that you can find: a street light, la acera, right? A sidewalk. I don't know, many things in the neighborhood. Like in this park, there's a bench, right? A tree, some grass. Okay, but let's continue with the next one. Maybe any question or something else to mention, Enzo?
No, teacher.
Okay, let's continue. Well, this is interesting when we say bill, like factura, right? But no, this is not about that. This is about gas. This is about electricity, right? Electricity bills. Usually the very common question is gas bill and electric bill, right? Who pays the bill at home? Ano, are there any other bills in your home? Which is the most expensive? Can you mention some other bills, maybe, and so?
Teacher.
Mention some other bills, otras facturas que salen en tu casa. For example, here is a gas bill, right? An electric bill, and what else? Water, a water bill, right? Factura del agua, what else? How about the internet bill? Very common, right? ¿Qué factura más habrá? Only that, right? Or something else maybe, and something every year is the tax, right? Do you know what's the tax, Enzo? The tax, los impuestos, ¿no? Al impuesto. Oh, sorry, the tax bill. But that's a bit different. Okay, let's continue with the next page. Expressions of location, sometimes we say down street, down the street, right? Or down street also. It's possible. Usually we omit in American English the down the street or down street. Around the corner, right? Alrededor de la esquina, in a neighborhood. Across the street, cruzando la calle. Next door, right? Next door, al lado. Can you use these phrases to describe your neighborhood? Yes, right? Example, especially when we use imperatives in English. Okay, imperatives we can say go straight, right? Ve directo. Or turn, over here we can say turn left. Or turn right. Turn left, turn right, go straight. There are some blocks, 1 block, 2 block, 3, 4, something like that. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, it's not working. This is about a group, but what do you think is this one? Can you unscramble this? ¿Será que podemos descifrar? Oh, sorry. Okay. What about the first one, Enzo? Sorry, the first word is Enzo. Can you help me out to describe unscramble this one? This is bed, right? Sorry, bed. And how about this one? The second one. Hello, Enzo, are you there? Enzo, hello, hello.
Perdón, teacher, se me cuelga
No, debe ser la conexión. Yeah, or maybe it's my internet. I don't know. I hope not. Okay. Yes. I'm not sure about this word. But the next one is, what do you think is the next one? Mirror, right? And this one, sofa, right? Okay, I give up. I don't know what are those words. Ah, tomato, mirror, sofa, computer, television, toilet, money. Okay. Now we have to complete this one, please. For example, the what do you think is the correct answer for this? Kang's new apartment has two ground floors or two bedrooms. And so, this is, oh no, just this one. Bedrooms, right? And the apartment is in the ground floor or in the fourth floor. What is the correct answer in number two? And so, are you there? Okay, this is gonna be on the
Teacher,
yeah. Number two is on the fourth floor, right? And what about number three? What do you think is the answer? There's a convenience store or bathroom in the neighborhood.
convenience store.
Convenience store, yes. And number four, there's a park down the street, or we say down the corner.
Mm,
We
street.
say it's down the street, right? And number five, there are a bus stop and what do we say? Something related to that word. Something not similar, but something related.
Subway station
Subway station.
around the basement.
Around the corner, right? Remember, basement is el sótano, ¿no? Okay. Okay. Now let's check out the platform. I think We learned something related. By the way, Enzo, let me tell you that also we have it's already available. The activities, the quiz, by the way, of the unit number lesson number one, you can do until Monday evening, and the homework also you have to finish right now. Uh, it is also post available the lesson two's activities. Okay, now let's do this one. Talking about renting an apartment. Okay. Okay, utilities, right? Especially when we, sorry, when we talk about this, the utilities are included in the rent, so we don't have to pay for our gas and electricity.
Utilities.
The utilities are included in the rent, so we don't have to pay for our gas and electricity.
Utilities are like services, right? We say here services, but utilities are gas, electricity.
Furnished.
I'm looking for a furnished apartment because I don't have any furniture now.
Okay, furniture, right? That comes from the furniture word, mueble, no? Furniture. Furnished is, of course, it is equipped, sometimes we say, right? But no, equipped is for machines. House is furniture, furnished. And the other one is a lease, right?
Lease.
The landlady gave Anna the lease for her new apartment.
Okay.
View.
Our apartment is on the 25th floor. It has a beautiful view of the ocean.
Beautiful view. And then we have rent over here.
Rent.
Now we pay $700 a month for our apartment, but next month the rent is going up to $800.
It's going to be expensive according to this, to the rent, right? The money you pay. And how about convenient? Is always very convenient. It's near the bus stop, all the main stores, all the main stores. Okay, and let's continue with the next one, by the way. Okay, Enzo. Let's check it out, read it, and tell me, please. Let me know what are the answers for them.
Mm,
What about utilities? What do you think is?
Utility, having few fur- furniture, so
Mhm.
such as bed, tables, and chairs.
Okay. Unfurnished. Furnished. What do you think is?
Mm, the amount of money that no,
Furnished will be this one, right? Utilities are the services, right? Electricity, gas, and what about view?
the area that you can see from somewhere.
Yes. And rent.
The amount of money that you pay every month to live in an apartment of or house.
Mhm. And lease.
Near and easy to get to.
Mhm. Convenient.
A legal agreement that lets you live in an apartment or house.
That must be that, right? A legal agreement, lease, como contrato. Convenient, near, and easy to get to. Very good, right? It's okay. Yep, now we're gonna do something different and interesting, of course. Oops, just a moment, sorry. Okay, now we're gonna do something. Where do we find the fridge, the stove, the washer, and the dryer? Or the refrigerator, the dishwasher, and the dryer, and the stove.
This
Sorry? What do you think is that? Curtain. No, this is
utility. No.
utilities, right? Maybe. Yeah, vocabulary is not. Was not the one. It's not the one that I was looking for. It's different. Ah, yes, this was. I'm sorry, I got confused. It's a bit different, but this is much better. Okay. And where is the bathroom? What do you think? It's next to, in front of, wait,
Next to the living room.
okay. This one?
Yes.
Okay, and where is the bedroom with a queen bed? This one, right?
Yes.
And where is the kitchen?
Next to the bedroom.
Okay, next to the bathroom, right? Yeah, in front of the bedroom, right? And where is the bedroom with a purple bed?
In front of kitchen.
Okay. And a living room?
Living
Next to?
next to the bedroom with purple bed.
No. It has a rack, a coffee table, a sofa.
Mm,
This is the living room, right? And where is an apartment?
Hall.
Yes, all rooms, right? And dining room, comedor, no? Okay, let's watch this, please.
Excuse me, are you the...
What do you think is, excuse me? Sorry.
Excuse me, are you the...
Do you think it's maybe the owner or the janitor? Ah, no, it was only
See,
excuse.
are you the manager?
Yes,
Do you have an apartment for rent?
yes, one.
Who's the man?
A manager?
Yes.
Rent?
Yes, 106 is available. Would you like to see it?
Yes, I would. How many bedrooms are there?
It's a two-bedroom unit.
That's perfect.
How many bedrooms?
Three?
Okay.
That's perfect. Just the right size.
Good. Let's go and have a look.
Sure.
So, this is the living room.
A living room?
It's nice and bright. Did you have it painted recently?
Yes, I did.
And how much is the rent?
It's $550 a month.
I see.
What is the option? How much is?
No escuché bien.
Okay. A ver. $150 a month, right?
I see. Are the utilities included in the rent?
No, you have to pay for your own light and heat.
Okay. So, can I look around?
Sure, go ahead. If you have any questions, ask me.
What do you think is? Oh no. So I didn't listen, but let me share, please. What happened here? I wanted to do. Let's do one more. Ah, yes, this is.
You have to pay for your own light and heat.
Okay. So, can I look around?
Sure, go ahead. If you have any questions, ask me.
That was you, right?
Questions, ask me.
Thanks. Well, the bedrooms are nice and large, but the kitchen's quite small.
Did you notice the dishwasher?
What room is quite small?
Kitchen?
The kitchen, right?
Dishwasher?
A dishwasher? No, I didn't notice it. That's great. Well, I really like this place. Can I put my name down?
Sure. Is it just for you?
No, I'll be sharing it with a friend.
Oh, do you both work?
We both go to
Is she the only tenant? Or she's gonna share the apartment?
No.
No, right?
We both go to school and work part-time. I'm sure we can afford this place.
What is that? They both, right? Ah, no, we both, sorry.
Is this the first time you've rented an apartment?
No, I've rented an apartment before.
Okay.
So can I put my name and phone number down?
Go ahead.
My name is Tomoko Yamamoto. That's Yamamoto. And my
What is her last name or surname?
Yamamoto.
phone number is 437-9843.
Okay. Do you have any references?
Yes. Would you like the number of my supervisor at work?
Sure. How long have you worked there?
2 years. My supervisor's
How long has she worked for? Worked there?
3 years.
Years. Or 2 or 3?
3.
Okay. Cool,
I
right?
know it's 2.
Yeah.
My supervisor's name is Amy Chang, and her phone number is
What is?
And your phone number? Your phone?
Okay. Her, right?
her phone number is 431-8976.
Okay.
So when will you let me know?
In a couple of days, I have to check your references.
Great. And when is the apartment available?
End of the month.
That's perfect. So get back to me?
In a few days.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
So get back to me in a few days. What do you think is the last one? Oh, thanks, right? Okay, anyway. Okay, let's watch. This is also interesting. This one, what's this? Yeah, with this we're gonna learn. We're gonna. House.
Bedroom, bathroom, house, apartment, living room, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, ceiling,
You know what is ceiling, right? El tumbado.
floor, garden, garage, door, furniture, sink, tap, air conditioner, shower, carpet, rug, curtain, mirror, couch, sofa, armchair,
Okay. Okay, let's watch something interesting over here. This is Teacher Rose video, and it's very interesting. Let's do it.
Chicken kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you about vocabulary that you will find very useful if you've ever been in a kitchen. Now, the thing that's confusing sometimes is that when you want to say kitchen,
Oh no, this
you say chicken. Oh no! It's
house,
sorry, the video was not that. Renting apartment. Anyway, yeah. Let's continue watching that. Oh, sorry. Let's continue, please. I'm sorry.
Hello. Are you hungry? You better get to the kitchen. The chicken, the kitchen, chicken, kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you about vocabulary that you will find very useful if you've ever been in a kitchen. Now, the thing that's confusing sometimes is that when you want to say kitchen, you say chicken. Oh no! It's okay, it's funny, I do it all the time. Do I do it all the time? It's a very natural mistake, so if you're ever having a conversation in English and you say chicken instead of kitchen, don't worry. But we're going to go through some kitchen vocabulary. My name's Ronnie. Let me take you through the magic of the kitchen. The very, very first word that I'm going to teach you is nuke. Nuke. Nuke is a verb, and it's a new word from the 1980s. That's so new, it's 30 years old. Nuke is the verb that we use for a microwave. A microwave maybe came out in 1981. I don't know. I remember in my house getting one in 1983, and I could make popcorn, and it was amazing. So, about the 1980s, we had this amazing thing called a microwave. You probably know what a microwave is, but if you don't, it's like a little oven that cooks your food really, really quickly. We actually developed a new word for this we called nuke. So I can say, I nuke my food. That means, I put my food in the microwave. Ding, 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 and it's ready to eat. The next thing that we have is an oven or a stove. Now, oven and stove, same word. It does not matter if you say oven or stove. Who cares? I don't. An oven or a stove, properly, the stove is actually a stove top, where you would put things on top of the stove top. And the oven is actually this part inside where you open the door. Woo! Inside the oven part at the bottom here, you can bake a cake. For me, I like cheesecake. If you'd like to bake me a cake, please do send it to me at ingvid.com. I will be happy to eat it. You can grill or broil. Now, grill and broil is the same. It just depends on what your oven says. When you bake something, the heat comes from the top and the bottom of the oven, and it's distributed throughout. If you grill or broil something, the heat comes from the top, and it cooks it on the top of the meat or whatever you're cooking. So the broil and the grill, the heat comes from the top, and bake, the heat comes from the top and the bottom. So depending on what you're cooking would be the setting on what you're going to use on your oven or your stove. When we bake something, we usually have a certain temperature, 250 degrees, or you can have 400 degrees. One is Fahrenheit and one is Celsius. Most of them have both, but if you don't know on your recipe, you can always look on the internet. It's magic. The next thing, speaking about magic, is a toaster. This is the most magical machine ever to be invented in your kitchen. Let me explain the magic of the toaster. You take a simple piece of bread. You put it in the toaster. Press the button down, you wait. Bing! Out comes lovely, warm, crusty toast. This machine, very simply, it's called a toaster. So you put bread into the toaster, like magic, it becomes toast. The next appliance we have is a kettle. Now, if you like to drink tea or coffee, you're going to love to have a kettle. A kettle is a machine that boils water. You can have one on your stovetop, or you can also have one that plugs into the wall. I'm not a very good artist, or am I? But if you can kind of use your imagination, these both are called kettles. They're used for boiling water. Do you like coffee? I love coffee. We also have what's called a coffee maker. I know. Sometimes English makes sense. Guess what this makes? Coffee. So you press some buttons, some magic, boo, water turns into coffee. It's like water into wine, but not as nice. Better in the morning, though. The next thing that we have, another big appliance, these, by the way, are called appliances, is a refrigerator. We never bother saying refrigerator. We say fridge. And on top of the fridge, we have a freezer. Now, all of it's called a fridge, but the top part is called a freezer. A freezer is where there's going to be ice, and things in it are going to be frozen. Frozen. So let's say that you have a delicious frozen dinner, and you want to nuke it. You're going to put it in the microwave. At the bottom part of your refrigerator is the fridge. In this, you're going to keep your beer and your milk, maybe some fruit and vegetables. This keeps things cold. The last one that I have for you today is a sink. This was difficult for me to draw, so please bear with. A sink is the place in your kitchen where you would wash the dishes if you don't have a dishwasher, and where you would get your water supply. This part here is also called a counter or a countertop. Usually in a kitchen, people talk about having lots of counter space. We don't usually say countertop, we usually say the counter. Now, if you live in some place like Canada or any place in the world that has fruit, you might see things flying around in this video. We live in a very, very amazing region in Canada called Ontario. It's a fruit belt. We produce naturally, not oranges, shh, don't tell anyone. We are very famous for producing grapes, pears, peaches, this is a peach, and lots of yummy, delicious fruit. one problem. Sometimes you take your delicious fruit from Niagara and you put it on your countertop in a bowl. But what happens next is treacherous. These tiny little flies come and they try and eat your fruit. Someone has left a basket of peaches around us. So if you see tiny little flies in this video, they're after the fruit. These are actually called fruit flies. So watch out. They're here to steal your fruit. Except I've spelled this wrong. It's fruit flies. Because they fly around your fruit. There's one now. Bye.
Okay, and so, well, that was something about the kitchen, but we're gonna, well, I don't know if you have any questions, and so today we worked a lot, I think, with house vocabulary, and I'm sorry. Please, I will send the poll, and please don't forget to work with your activities, which is quiz number of the lesson 1 is available. And hello, Enzo, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
So we're gonna see each other on Monday. There is a quiz available until Monday evening, and the other one we can still work on it. At work, please. Yes, you can. Okay, thanks for being in the class, Enzo. See you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Good teacher. Good night.
Good night. Good night.